Vegas that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin, that talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams, and teams that have made changes, what are they playing like?
Yeah, what's their chemistry like?
Exactly. Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. George Hill out there with Gilgeous Alexander. Then there's Robertson. Then there's Horford. And it's Muscala in at the four-man position. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the three slot. Utah with the rebound. And no good that time. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City. To the paint, here's Horford. Gobert with the block. Now the feed to Mitchell. O'Neal against Hill. O'Neal passes to Conley. Right side, Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Over Muscala. That one a little long. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, smart play there. George Hill, good at figuring out ways in the paint to score the basketball.
Hill against Conley. Pass to Mitchell. Shoots the three. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Gilgeous Alexander surveying the D. Over Mitchell. Gilgeous Alexander can't get it to go. The Jazz have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Connects from three-point range.
And you just have to admire that aggressive nature of Bogdanovich. He's just itching to pull the trigger as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Now here is Horford. Pass to Gilgeous Alexander. Outside Hill. Jacks up a three. That's tipped.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Mitchell's shot is good.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Now here's Gilgeous Alexander. Passes it to Muscala. And here's Robertson. Kicks to Horford. Shot to stop the run. Drained for 2 points.
Looking at that opportunity, how Horford thought about it, took it, cashed in.
Utah leading by 6. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Outside Conley. Excellent D there from Hill.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Up top, Gilgeous Alexander. Covered by Mitchell. Now, here's Gilgeous Alexander. Defense right on him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Only 71% from the line last season, and rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
The first one falls.
Such a long and versatile guard that possesses a very intriguing and exciting skill set. Gilgeous Alexander lots of room to grow.
Good on both. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovic, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
The Thunder with another miss.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here's Bogdanovic. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to get open is Robertson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal.
Right here.
Stolen by Conley.
Hey, Diabo Mike.
Here's Bogdanovic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Bogdanovic has got 5. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second chance points in the NBA. Second, the Thunder.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 4. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovic. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
Outside Hill. Pass to Horford. Over Gobert. The Thunder with another miss. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Here's Mitchell. That shot, no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. There's the pass to Robertson. Outside Hill. Pass to Horford. Over Mitchell. Misses off the left iron.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And Bogdanovic kicks to Conley. Excellent D there from Hill. Thunder trailing by 6. Pass to Robertson. Here's Horford. Oklahoma City moving it around. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Clock at 6. To end the drought. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to Utah. The drive by Mitchell. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no, okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Now, here's Robertson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Horford has a wide open look. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Now, here's Robertson, following the miss by Michael Conley. Lets it go from 14, and it's in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
Like to see Gilgeous-Alexander continue to get more and more consistent from there.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. He kicks to Conley. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Bogdanovich with it, and it's Horford picking him up.
And when a big guy like Horford comes into your peripheral just as you're releasing the shot, it can definitely alter it.
Hill against Conley. The pass to Robertson. 6 to shoot. Unloads from 13. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the wing on the left. Here's Horford. That 3 off the mark.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Muscala. Horford with it. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And the basket by Horford.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Hill against Conley. O'Neal kicks to Conley. Outside, Bogdanovich. Gobert trying to get open. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Hill, no good. Jazz leading by 6. Outside, Bogdanovich. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Bogdanovich has got 9.
Yeah, Bogdanovich, a high percentage scorer, an efficient shooter, and he loves that mid-range area.
Now, here's Robertson, guarded by O'Neal. Robertson, the pass to Horford. Gobert with the block, and he recovers it. There's 1:34 left to play in the first quarter. Conley dishes to Gobert. Mitchell outside. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Horford. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hill. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room. That one's good. Just his 3rd make brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover for opposing guards, especially at his size.
Conley against Hill. Puts it up from 12. Another shot. There's Gobert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing, and the Jazz making a change here. Ingles is checked in, and Oklahoma City also making a switch. Bradley's checked in. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Robertson, the pass to Horford. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Bradley. The rebound by the Jazz. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Conley against Bradley. Pass to Gobert. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10.
Good poise there from the young Gilgeous-Alexander, not allowing himself to get rattled.
What a performance for Bojan Bogdanovic. He has been the story for Utah. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back to the action after this word. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Utah, Gobert is out there with Bogdanovic. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Moutier in at the point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, D.A. Thank you. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the defensive effort.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Moutier with the ball. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Moutier pass to Bogdanovic. Here's Gobert, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And it's Bradley off the drive. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Ingles finds Moutier. Passes it to Bogdanovic. Now, here's Ingles. Defense is right there. 4 on the clock. Here's Moutier. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Gobert. Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Pretty strong and physical that time from Al Horford on the inside.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Utah. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Horford against Gobert. Now, here's Bogdanovic, guarded closely.
A level of engagement that Horford brings on the defensive end every night is impressive. Terrific block there.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. Do you ever think that's going to happen?
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, we don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon. How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
To the inside, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
Moutier against Bradley. Bogdanovich looking around. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Bogdanovich has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, I'm really feeling Bogdanovich there, flexing his muscle on the drive. Solid at working through the contact and then scoring over it.
And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from Bradley. Moutier against Bradley. Now here's Moutier. He's covered closely. And here's Gobert. He has 5. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Here's Ferguson. Horford high post. That one's not going to go. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Clarkson dishes to Bogdanovich. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Bogdanovich has got 16.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Clarkson. Horford trying to free himself up. He gets that one. He's got 16.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Shoots. Avery Bradley pulls it in. Thunder trailing by 4. Steps back and shoots. It's tipped, but they recover it. Here's Nader. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Nader's got his first basket of the night. Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game out. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bradley kicks to Ferguson. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. On defense, Utah. Here's Ferguson. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 on the clock. Over Bogdanovich.
And I love the activity level of Bogdanovich on the defensive end, using that height and length there to just crowd shooters.
Utah leading. Now Moutier. Now the pass to Gobert. Moutier looking around. Pass to Bogdanovich. Clock is at 3. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Horford. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovic has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
He's perfect from the line this time. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage.
Right.
And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Nice shot by Gobert.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside Bradley. He feeds it to Horford. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him Average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And so Bogdanovic nails both of them.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Bojan Bogdanovic with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Second, the Thunder.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Covered by Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 16 points for him. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Utah leading by 9. Bogdanovic finds Conley. Down low, here's Ingles, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Passes it to Bogdanovich. Conley against Bradley. Floats one. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Horford. And here's Robertson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Horford. The three from Bradley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That is his first foul of the game. George Hill's checked in for Oklahoma City. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Hill against Mitchell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Bogdanovich clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Now, here is Hill. Robertson, the pass to Muscala. Over Mitchell. Muscala misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
To the inside. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Bogdanovich. 8 points for Mike Conley.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's the floater. The open shot. Horford finds himself wide open and drills it. Horford's got 11 points.
Yeah, teammates love that. When Horford is looking to shoot fast, it makes the offense look dangerous.
Conley. Avery Bradley pulls it in.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Hill dishes to Muscala, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
A decent passer for a point guard, not traditional. I'd like to see George Hill keep on making good, decisive plays like that.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Hill against Mitchell. Gobert with the block.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Conley against Bradley. And Gobert kicks to Bogdanovich. Fades back. Thunder with the rebound. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Bradley passes to Horford. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And so it's Utah. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too than missing shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel it. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Bojan Bogdanovic had no problems getting going. He ended up with 22 points, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Bojan Bogdanovic with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with George Hill. Then there's Horford. Then it's Mike Muscala. And it's Robertson in at the 3. Horford, no luck.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
They get it again. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 11-point game. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Outside Hill. Pass to Robertson. From 12 feet out.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Here's Mitchell, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
And now a chance to take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. How he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, an up and down stretch for him right now, but don't worry, team. He'll be back out there and feasting in no time.
Bogdanovic.
Way to grab that out.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Robertson, the pass to Hill. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 3 assists now in this one. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Horford. He's got 11. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, if they got a favorite play, Kevin, it might be time to break it out. 0 of 4 to start it.
And when Bogdanovic has the hot hand, keep getting him the ball. An outstanding scorer who can light you up.
Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
And that one misses.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the basket by Utah. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Horford. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Horford's got 13.
Just terrific work there by Horford. Squared himself up and confidently knocks it down.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Horford's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Conley against Hill. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here's Conley. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
Hill against Conley. Hill passes to Horford. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 20. That shot missing.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Horford finds Hill. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tight defense on him. Pass to Horford from deep. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dishes to Conley. Passes to Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Hill.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. And then for Oklahoma City, Nader's checked in. And Terrence Ferguson subbed in for Robertson. And Mitchell drops them both. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
And the Jazz making a change here. Ingles is checked in. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here, coming off a terrific season. First in field goal percentage, third in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Now, here's Mitchell. 17-point lead, their biggest. Randall with the ball. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Mitchell. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Ingles. O'Neal. Ferguson with the rebound.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
No good with the layup. Utah leading by 17. Back to Ingles. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw drops for Ingles. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Here's Ferguson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Horford to end the run. No good on that one. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
And he makes the first.
You know, Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard. So trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever's asked of him to earn minutes.
Now here's Randall. Pass to Nader. To the middle. Here's Horford. Gobert with the block. And he gets it back. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And here's Utah. They're on an 18-5 run here. Mitchell with the bounce pass. Horford against Gobert. Mitchell outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. Good on the bucket. Mitchell's got 8 points in the quarter.
Defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Here's Nader. Ingles covering. Nader the pass to Horford. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Baseline try. That one off the back iron and out.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
And it's good for 2.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Now, here's Clarkson. 7 points in the game. And the pass to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Horford's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Ferguson, guarded by O'Neal. Here's Horford, and he's good on the 3 ball. Horford's got 17 now.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Clarkson finds Gobert. Clarkson up top. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, the more Clarkson plays in the pick and roll, it seems like he gets confidence, and the better he becomes. Tough cover for the D.
The floater. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Jazz leading by 23. Ferguson with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Randall down low. Ingles covering. Gobert against Horford. Pass to Ferguson. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Jazz have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Up top, Gobert. Kicks to Ingles. Clarkson taking his time here. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Bradley's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall against Mitchell. Inside, here's Bradley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Now, here's Clarkson. 11 points in the game. And he overshot that one, missing. And it's Bradley with the ball for Oklahoma City. Randall against Mitchell. Randall passes to Horford. And Davis pulls it down.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Here's O'Neal. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. O'Neal's got his first basket.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Ferguson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Randall. Over Mitchell. Off the left rim and out. The Jazz shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Clarkson's got 13.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Outside Bradley. Lets it go with a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. 7 points in the game.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. Randall against Clarkson. 5 to shoot. For 3. Kept alive. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
That's the energy Ed Davis needs to play with consistently. A big-time finish on the rebound.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Bradley passes to Nader. He kicks to Randall. Here's Horford, and there's another one for the Thunder. 17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Mitchell looking it over. Clarkson on the wing. Takes a three. Not going to go that time. And so it's Utah, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Conley. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Davis at the center locking down the middle. That's the group right now for Utah. Muscala, and he jams it with authority.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Clarkson. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Now Robertson, following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Robertson, the pass to Horford. Shoots over Clarkson. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Clarkson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now, here's Robertson. Ingles covering. Muscala misses.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Davis. Back to Conley. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Clarkson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Like to see Jordan turn on the Jets right there. Change of speed, so hard to guard, and Jordan, he's very much capable of that.
Hill looking around. Now here's Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Horford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Ed Davis. Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
so Horford gets 2. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Moutier kicks to Bradley. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Muscala. Moutier with the basket.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now here is Hill. Pass to Dort. It's Muscala, top of the key. Off target from outside. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Tucker, the pass to Bradley. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not
NBA.
In today's game, and not with what's at stake.
That free throw good from Bradley. And the Thunder making a change here. And so Bradley nails both of them. Here's Hill. The pass to Baisley. Muscala with the ball. Pass to Dort. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Moutier against Hill. Moutier pass to Bradley. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Just 3 to shoot. Moutier finds Davis. Here's Niang. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They get the rebound, and it's blocked by Bradley. Here's Niang. Pass to Moutier. Many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics
okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play. And more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Here's Muscala following the bucket by the Jazz. Here's Burton. Can they get it? Buries it from 3-point range. Utah has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Moutier with the bounce pass. To the inside, Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
If there's a skill set you'd like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Moutier shows it off there with that assist.
Now Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound, Utah.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now, here's Moutier. George Hill missing his last shot. Bradley can't get it to go.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Dort passes to Hill. And Davis sends it back.
It's a wonder we don't see more of that from Davis. He has the live legs and instincts to be a premier shot blocker in the league.
2 points. That one goes. Moutier's got 4 this quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Dort. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Bradley. He's guarded closely, and the shot is good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Baisley. Here's Muscala. The Thunder with another miss. Utah has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Muscala. Tucker with the ball. Outside Bradley. Poke loose. And here is Hill. And when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. I'll rewind.
Can we delete that?
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Williams Goss is checked in for Utah. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Nader's checked in. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Clock at 6. Niang kicks it to Tucker. They get it back with the second effort, and it's Bradley laying it in.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Utah.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for Rudy Gobert.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Here's Dort. Pass to Burton. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's back to Hill. Utah with the rebound. Here's Williams-Goss. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.